night today as Mookie Betts heads up there to lead off the game for the first time this year. Ohtani hits second. Teoscar Hernandez is third. Freddie Freeman clean up. Tommy Edmonds up into the 5 spot. Rojas 6. Pages, Ruiz, and Dalton Rushing gets his first action of this second half against Jose Quintana. 6 innings, just 1 run against the Dodgers in his last start of the first half. A 2 ERA and 11 regular season starts against the Dodgers in his career. That's top 5 all time against the Dodgers. Starts Mookie Betts with a strike at the knees.
He's going to throw the sinker, especially to the righties, and then he's throwing more sweepers and changeups now compared to his 4-seam fastball and his curveball.
Here's 0-1 pitch. His poke foul, and it's 0-2. That's how he did it last week.
Yeah, against the Dodgers, they got a couple of hits off his changeup, but all the other pitches, no hits at all. 6 very strong innings against the Dodgers.
They walked 4, but just 2 hits allowed to go to 6-3 on the season. Strikes out Betts on 3 pitches. Or didn't even really give us a chance to talk about the change in the lineup here. Dave Roberts is saying prior to yesterday's game, when the news was that Mookie was out of the lineup, no, I don't think moving him down in the order is going to be the answer. It's not going to fix what is ailing him mechanically. And then said what he didn't said, which is, I haven't not thought about moving him up. He said for a few weeks he's been considering doing this. Flipping him with Ohtani. Slides down and hits second. And he said the thought is, Dave Roberts said the thought is that maybe it helps him shift his focus a little bit from the mechanics that he's grinding out all day long to just competing and getting on base any way that he can.
I think there's a secondary reason too, that when Shohei pitches, he doesn't have to rush in off the mound and be the leadoff hitter.
That'll be tomorrow. Next outing for Ohtani as the Twins come in, open up a 3-gamer. Quintana's 0-2 to Shohei is swung on and missed, and 6 pitches, 6 strikes for Quintana.
Keep an eye on an immaculate inning. You're hoping that is not the case for the Dodgers, but it is news for 6 pitches, 6 strikes.
Tell them what to do. That is down the line, and a fair ball headed for the left field corner. Extra bases for Pages. First hit for the Dodgers.
So far, both these left-handed starters have been using their breaking balls effectively. The Dodgers get a hit on a breaking ball. Prior to that, they were 0 for 5 and 3 Ks on the breaking ball. Clayton Kershaw has been successful with his breaking stuff. Quintana gets 1 hit right there.
So he's into scoring position, and Esteury Ruiz is at the plate with the corners pinched in, thinking there's a chance at a bunt here, even though it's the 8-hitter. Got Rushing on deck. He does bunt through it. Strike 1. So just to continue what RVS is saying, his point is, yes, slumps are going to happen. Swing's not always going to feel right, but in the quote, doing what we need to do to win each night, to win each bat, that process hasn't been good enough. The scoreboard will tell you, the situation will tell you what you need to do. He said that's what the team did so well down the stretch last year and in October, but it's what has been most sorely missing lately, and it most shows up with runners in scoring position. Bounce gently left side. This will get the job done that he was trying to do with a bunt, as Durbin fires it over to first. Up to third goes Pages. So here's another example of one of those situations. Runner at third, 1 out. Scoreboard situation telling you, find a way to get the guy in.
A lot of teams in spring training especially have the hitting coach propped up or a coach propped up behind the cage, and they keep calling out situations. And it's not like BP fastball down the middle makes you do the right thing for the situation, but it gets guys thinking about it and what kind of approach and what kind of swing they would use in each and every situation that the scoreboard and the outs tell you. And sometimes when teams struggle, they'll even have that drill during the regular season.
1-0 to rushing. Is ripped to right field. It is Chourio to make the catch, but it'll get the job done. Pages in to score. Dodgers on the board first. So you know one hitting coach that's going to make very happy. A double, a productive out, and a run.
A good job by Dalton rushing because it's a breaking ball and he's got the infield in and he tries to get underneath it to get it in the air and does and almost finds himself getting a double or a home run.
Hit it 111.
Top spin on it. Brought it down to earth quicker than you want.
Bases wiped clean with 2 away for Betts. Struck out on 3 pitches his first time. Yeah, now 3 of his last 29, 219 the last 2 months. Spoke with reporters for about 5 minutes. It's kind of an impromptu session today out on the field. You can tell he's in a rough place. Seeing the body language and hearing his voice. Cracks a base hit through. Everyone that he can get will be a step out of that dark place. Little step after little step trying to climb out of this deep hole. The deepest hole that he's found himself in his decade plus in the big leagues.
I'll tell you where he's going to hit in the order tomorrow. I think this just secured it. And especially if Shohei all of a sudden gets a hit in this position in the order.
Struck out on 3 pitches himself the first time against Quintana. One of the questions Mookie took when he was talking to reporters was, do you think hitting in front of Ohtani is going to get you some more pitches? And he said, well, it's not a whole lot different than hitting in front of Freddie. So, no.
He pretty much pinned it on himself. Talking about also the different cues and feelings that he had used over the course of his career and how he's trying to mimic those and use those, but they're not working. And so he's putting it on himself to find a new way to prepare for the games.
Ohtani drives one the other way, headed back towards the wall, and gone! Opposite field missile from Shohei Ohtani. He's gone deep the other way, back-to-back games. Number 34, 3-0.
Last night's home run tied for his longest of the season at 448 feet. This one to the opposite field. A little shorter, but still counts. Well done. He hits it so hard, even the ball with side spin gets out of here.
Well, we've told the story a few times before, but learned to hit it the other way because there was a river beyond the right field wall at his Little League field as a kid, and they were running out of balls. They said, son, you got to stop pulling home runs. And he said, okay, I'll just hit him where there isn't a river, which is to the left. He hits him over there like a right-handed pull hitter. The one that he hit yesterday, 448 feet. 2 feet shy of the longest home run in the park this season. Only James Wood of the Nationals hit one farther by 2 feet. And tied for his longest of the year. Hernandez in the air to right. Chourio's got it. Hey, Dave Roberts wins manager of the day. Makes a change in the lineup. It pays off. Betts singles, Ohtani homers. Very positive and ahead of schedule. Andrew Vaughn starts this inning for the Brewers and takes the walk. Snaps a string of 8 straight retired by Clayton Kershaw. He's the first Brewer to reach since himself back in the first inning.
Yesterday, Dodgers had a 4-run inning third inning, and today they get 3. Clayton looking for the shutdown inning now, something that really escaped him yesterday.
Isaac Collins takes low. It's the first time the Dodgers have led by 3 or more runs in regulation since the 3rd of July. As they've lost 9 of the last 11. Only time they've led by 3 was in the 10th inning last Sunday, that extra innings win in San Francisco. (58-41). They've got a 4-game lead over the Padres, who rolled Washington in the finale in D.C. today to take 2 of 3 from the Nats. Lead over the Giants is up to 6.5. San Francisco just got swept by Toronto, and they've lost 5 in a row, 19 out of their last 30.
Those kind of streaks, good and bad, can change general managers and presidents of baseball operations going into the trade deadline, change their mood, change their philosophy.
Little tapper. Freddie Freeman waits on it and tags Collins. Swinging bunt, though, advances Andrew Vaughn into scoring position. Then a word from Kia.
The Kia K4 and K5.
We're talking about the Dodgers slump, having lost 9 of their last 11 games. That all does kind of correspond with Max Muncy going down. One of the hottest hitters in baseball the previous 2 months. You lose his bat, and then you lose what the domino effect of that is, lengthening the lineup, giving you that piece in the middle that you've been able to count on so much. It's amazing how losing one piece, even if it's not your star player, like a top of the list star player, can make everything crumble a little bit.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a coincidence there with the 3 MVPs slumping at the same time, but I think, yeah, it was definitely a blow to the team's ego and production, because Max was one of the integral parts of how hot they were on the offensive side. The beginning of the year, we started out with the big 3 and really carrying the team, and we were waiting on the second half of the lineup.
Caleb Durbin into center field. Easy one for Andy Pages. He's got it.
Second half of the lineup started cooking and doing well, and then all of a sudden it just depended on which part of the octopus was going to get you. And, Max was a big part and a big tentacle when he went down.
That's what they call him. Big tentacle. It's a 9-armed octopus, the baseball octopus. Just arms everywhere, seams on his body.
Maybe Shohei's the head of the octopus and the other 8.
Curve for a strike on Blake Perkins. It's a terrifying octopus.
Yeah, but it's a very polite octopus. You think of how polite Shohei is.
It's true. Perkins grounded to short his first time. Here takes low, and the count evens 1-1. Kershaw trying to pitch around the leadoff walk. He's ahead 1-2. Pops 90 with a fastball.
That's a pitch that you'll see hitters give up on because they expect it to be the slider and they don't want to chase the slider. Then the fastball maintains its altitude. Get the called strike. Sets up a slider down and in for sure for the chase now.
Went with it. Perkins wouldn't bite. The count evens 2-2.
Same pitch.
Curve. Diving stop by Tommy Edman. Thrown by Freddie Freeman. Vaughn in to score, and Milwaukee's on the board.
Right-handed hitters with breaking balls from a left-handed pitcher. The third baseman is going to get a lot of work, and Tommy Edmonds did great with the leather. It was the throw after getting up that's a little offline. Freddie tries to rescue it.
Number 14,
the one hop gets away. Ends up calling it a base hit, the official scorer does. Degree of difficulty got that ruled a hit.
So 3-1 game, and now Monasterio. Andre Monasterio has been mostly a bench player for the Brewers here. 3 years going back and forth between the big leagues and AAA. After 9 minor league seasons. Chases. Down to 83 with that slider. We've seen it anywhere from 83 to 87.
He's savvy. He's varying the speed here and there. I think he's still got a chance to have that run be unearned, because they'd call it a base hit and probably got home with the error.
Always thinking like a pitcher.
Well, thinking like protecting my ERA in case I have to go to arbitration. If they called it earned, I'd be like on the phone after the game. Hey, dude.
I got to put food on the table.
Yeah.
Up with the heater. And out of play. Doesn't it seem crazy now that there used to be no netting right there?
Yeah, we are so used to a lot of things in the ballparks. I don't even notice it until all of a sudden the ball,
yeah,
or the player ends up in the fish netting when they dive in.
What was even in here before they had the nets and the pitch clocks and the bigger bases? The place was just empty. All this new stuff. Monasterio on a line to left field. It's down. Ruiz comes up gunning. His throw's not close. And to second goes Monasterio. 3-2 game.
I think that ball needs to go to second base. 2 out running on contact. You're not going to throw the guy out at home, and you have to know your own arm strength. So I'm thinking about keeping the batter runner off a second. You do have a shot because the runner has barely touched third, but it was just not a strong throw.
That's twice in this series where Ruiz has either made a poor decision or a poor throw or a combination that's led to an extra 90 feet. So back-to-back 2-out hits. 3-2 ball game, and now Joey Ortiz flied to center field his first time, coming off hitting a home run yesterday. Joey had 2 home runs over the first 3 months this year. Yesterday was his 5th home run in his last 18 games. Coming with a shift in mindset up there. I like walking, I like on base, but I'm going to be more aggressive. And the pop has followed that change in mindset.
Now with 7 home runs and 30 RBIs.
Former Pacifica High School Mariner. With Monasterio at second, the tying run laces a liner to center that Pages will, oh my goodness, fan on. And it's tied at 3.
Clayton didn't get any help at third. Good leather work, but the throw could have got recorded as an out at first. The throw from left field not good, and then this piece of leather does not work here. Sunglasses are on, but the vision didn't work right there. Boy, he was right there. He should have had that one for sure, and he will tell you that.
That is ruled a double.
I'm thinking like a pitcher, and I'm thinking that ball is going to be ruled an error later. I think that one is definitely 95%, 97% time caught by a center fielder.
It's got to feel like the baseball spirits are scheming against you for Clayton Kershaw.
Well, here the Dodgers go and post the crooked number, and the shutdown inning is not working, but it is not 22's fault. Yes, they're putting it in play, but a few of these should have been recorded for outs.
It's script flipping from last night where the Brewers went up 4-0. Dodgers immediately scored 4 to tie it. Today it's the Dodgers scoring 3 and the Brewers responding to tie it immediately. Strike on Eric Haas. This inning all started with the walk, and 3 straight 2-out hits here. Nothing in 2.
Clayton with 2 strikeouts with 3 2/3 innings under the belt. Like to get a punch out here. Bad things are happening when the ball's in play.
That is the argument for bat missing stuff, pitchers that can strike guys out. Love efficiency. You love when it works, when the balls are hit at people, but like you said, bad things can happen when it's put in play. And that, conversely, if you're the Brewers, having that as a superpower, you don't have to be bashful about that. That is a really pressure putting on type skill to have, being able to put the ball in play and force the team to make plays on you. Go ahead, run at second. 2 gone. 1-2 is a little bit outside.
There's not a pitcher other than Clayton Kershaw. The defense wants to make outs for Clayton, and they're feeling really bad right now.
Ground ball up the middle. Good feet right there by Rojas to get in front of that ball. Over to first and the top of the 4th. Tied up at 3. The first run came in on this throwing error from Tommy Edman with 2 outs. And then the tying run came in on a ball that Andy Pages had a chance to catch in center field. So tied at 3 to the top of the 5th. Top of the order for the Brewers, and a strike on Chourio.
Usually the portion of the order that you worry about, but it's the bottom of the order in this series that Milwaukee has gotten most of their RBIs. 10 of the 12 so far come from the 5th hole down to the 9 hole.
Chourio sends a high drive to deep center field. Pages to the track at the wall to make a catch and redeem himself. That's a little more like it from Andy Pages.
I think this will make the official score or change the other one to an error. This shows the talent that he has. That was fantastic. It was brave. It was athletic. And it had a pretty big impact.
Literally and figuratively. Keeps Chourio off of the bases, and then a curve reins in for a strike on Contreras. Contreras 1 for 2 today, 6 for 12 in his career against Kershaw with a home run. Two balls, 1 strike.
Clayton here with 1 out in the 5th, 76 pitches. He'd love to get 6 innings from him, protect that bullpen. Clayton would think about in his prime actually going even farther than that.
That ball actually hit Contreras, so he gets first base, and Alex Vesia has started to warm.
Little back foot slider grazed him.
First baseman Andrew Vaughn.
So man at first, 1 away, and Andrew Vaughn, who was hitting 189 when the White Sox traded him and the Brewers put him in AAA, has come up and hit above 300. He's knocked in 12 runs in his first 7 games with the Brewers, and is doing over his first week plus with the team what the White Sox had always hoped that he would do for them. They drafted him with the 3rd pick in 2019. Adley Rutschman went to the Orioles, then Bobby Witt went to the Royals, then Andrew Vaughn went to the White Sox. 5 seasons with the White Sox, was pretty much a league average hitter. Change of scenery. It's a cliche thing, but cliches become cliches for a reason. Things happen a lot, and there have been many cases throughout baseball history where a guy going to a new team has given him a chance to reset and given him a chance to tap into what everybody always knew was there, just hadn't necessarily done.
Change of scenery, fresh start, but when you also go into a culture that accentuates that, it can exponentially change your life. And with Pat Murphy at the helm, he could be the most positive and energetic guy to say, just forget about the last 5 years. We expect this from you, and we want you to be comfortable, and we believe in you. And he can really voice that message.
2 decades as a college coach, Notre Dame and Arizona State. Vaughn past the diving Betts. He's on for the 3rd time today. Ruiz juggles. That'll cost 90 feet. Contreras takes 3rd, and they're at 1st and 3rd.
Defensive efficiency is a huge component to any team. And last few games, the Dodgers have fallen short in that area. Clayton having his frustration with himself, and I'm sure with some teammates.
Man, oh man, Kershaw, you can see the frustration with the defense behind him today. And credit to him for not letting more frustration show. A lesser man would be apt to snap on a day like this. Bullpen takes over in a tie game in the 5th. Frustrating day for Clayton Kershaw. 3 errors up on the board that have contributed directly to the Brewers either scoring runs or setting up a chance to, like right here. They've got him at 1st and 3rd with 1 gone as Alex Vesia takes over. And Isaac Collins comes up to the plate.
Alex has been good against both righties and lefties. A little bit more dominant to left-handers. Batting average around 150, but that 180 overall. Righty's only hitting right around 190 though.
His first one to Collins is in there for a strike. First outing of the 2nd half for Alex. Put up zeros in 18 of his last 19 games of the 1st half, back to late May. At the time of that, bullpen has been injury depleted. He's been the most reliable guy. Check over to 1st. Contreras at 3rd, Vaughn at 1st. 0-1 to Collins. Strike 2. Be a tough guy to double up here to get out of this inning. You'd love at this point to go for the kill shot.
Yeah, he'll take a few with a man on 3rd, less than 2 outs. Yeah, you got a double play situation, but you got to lower the expectation of that. Fastball up again.
That's what he did. That is going to find the seats, and we'll do the 0-2 again. And pitches up have been the kryptonite for Isaac Collins. 4 for 42 on elevated pitches this year. And that's saying something, because overall he's been pretty darn good.
Alex would like to get it a little higher than the last one. The one he offered at to make it 2-strike count was higher than the 0-2 pitch.
Throws a breaking ball, gets popped up. That's as good as a strikeout right there. Rojas makes the catch, 2 out.
Third baseman Caleb Durbin.
Dodgers 3, Brewers 3. 2 gone in the top of the 5th inning. Well, you talk about fielders being crushed when they make errors behind Clayton Kershaw. Nobody they want to make plays more for than him.
Yep.
Same kind of thing for a guy that comes in and replaces him on the mound, and Alex Vesia. Alex wants to strand those runners extra because of the guy that he's replacing. It's Caleb Durbin, and it is a little bit low.
You don't want him to end up possibly being on the hook for the L. Save Clayton's run at third for sure, especially the one at first.
Two 2-0 on Durbin.
Dodgers not out of the woods yet. All three of the Brewers' runs last inning were scored with 2 outs.
Like you're talking about last inning, all their runs in this series pretty much have been produced from this part of the order on down. 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-0 pitch. Curves in there for a strike.
It's nice to see Alex not default to his fastball right there. That's part of the growth of when the league was starting to catch up to him.
Here's his 2-1 pitch. Durbin fouls back a fastball. 2-2.
Two and two, especially with 2 out. Action pitch. You do not want that runner at first to be going on the 3-2 count, 2 out.
Here it comes. Takes off on him.
Now you bring another hit in that can score a run. The double in the gap with the runner starting at first. All of a sudden, that's why the 2-2 pitch is more important.
Durbin, who has crushed left-handed pitching this year, has worked the count full. Here it comes. It is taken for ball 4. Bases loaded and a tie game in the 5th.
That last pitch was real close. That's an unbelievable take, and I think he almost got squeezed on it, but right down the middle, and he was able to lay off of that.
Contreras at third, Vaughn at second, Durbin at first, and Perkins to the plate. Blake Perkins has reached base 4 of his first 7 times up this year. First pitch from Vesia, in there for a strike. 93 with a fastball in a season where the fastball velocity's been down a touch from Vesia. Playing up right there. Dodgers trying to avoid getting swept in the 6 games against the Brewers this year. Oh man.
Got squeezed there in a huge situation with no place to put him with 2 outs. That ball made it back to the plate.
You got to feel like you're in a straitjacket a little bit if you're the pitcher, not getting the call at the knees, not getting it on the outside corner, and already in a jam. Ball 2. Perkins, a very patient hitter, not a whole lot of pop in the bat, but known for working long at bats, being a tough out. Has him loaded in a tie game in the 5th. Here comes a 2-1. Perkins swings and misses. 2-2.
Right about now, you're feeling like you got to get 4 strikes on him to get him out.
Alex Vesia's 2-2 pitch. Lays off the high heat. 3-2.
Dave Roberts made the pitching change with first and third 1 out because he wanted a lefty that had more strikeout ability. Vesia got the pop up to get to the 2-out situation. Now looking for the 3rd out.
Here's the payoff. He struck him out to 94 with a heater to leave him loaded.
It felt like it could have been a huge momentum swing away from the Dodgers. 3-0 lead, give up 3. And all of a sudden, Milwaukee had a chance to be on top.
Ruiz, it's a fly ball to center field. Perkins going back, carrying well and out of the park. Esteury Ruiz to dead central to give the Dodgers the lead. That thing had wings.
Some serious backspin right there. Ball travels a lot farther here at Dodger Stadium during gay games with the heat. Redemption coming with the bat here. Out in front of a breaking ball, full swing, backspin, and this one is well hit. Outstanding.
Will Klein with the bases loaded and a tie game in the 6th.
Last 5 outings, gone 3 1/3 innings total over those 5 outings. But the thing that I worry about in this bases loaded situation is he has 4 walks.
Over that 3 1/3.
Yes.
Isaac Collins. Oh, that's a big call. Strike 1.
Yes, it is.
Klein's 0-1 pitch. Back-to-back breakers. This one misses. It's his 8th appearance overall with the team. He's got a 3.38 ERA. Powerful stuff, but can he put it where he wants to? Collins swings and misses. Powers it right by him for strike 2.
The 1-1 pitch a lot of times defines the at-bat. Now the hitter in the hole, the pitcher on top.
Brewers have once again tied the game. Bases loaded, 2 gone, 1-2 pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Alex Vesia was able to strand the bases loaded last inning. Klein trying to do the same here. His 2-2 to Collins. Lined into center, base hit. Milwaukee takes the lead. Hassan to score. Throw goes to third. He's out. The run crossed in time. Both runs score. And Milwaukee's come back from down 3-0 to lead this game 6-4. Spotlight brought to you by Nissan. Ohtani has gone deep back-to-back games. Opposite field home run last night. Opposite field home run today. And now 34 for the lead. Now second in the National League, though, with Eugenio Suarez hitting 2 today for the Diamondbacks. He's got 35. 6 of the last 7 runs have been scored by Milwaukee. Jose Quintana still in the game. Spins a breaking pitch low. Only 70 pitches, so still plenty in the tank for Quintana. 2, 3, and 4 coming up here. The 1-0 pitch. On the ground to first for Vaughn. 1 out. This one hits Freeman. I'm having a hard time telling how bad this is. There's like no reaction, but now he's walking over.
I think he thinks it's hurt pretty bad. You don't want to speculate, but
right on the wrist for a guy who knows what bad wrist injuries feel like. Really part of his career dealt with it. A wince, not a word, and a walk straight to the clubhouse from Freddie Freeman.
Sympathy and empathy pains.
Kim will run for him.
Number 6.
Sasaki, first bobblehead as a Dodger, presented by Inaba. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions to learn more. And speaking of Roki Sasaki, earlier today he took part in another bullpen. Dave Roberts said it went really well. He was able to get up to about 93 miles per hour, so his velocity's continuing to tick up. He was able to use his entire pitch mix. And Dave Roberts even added, actually, yesterday.
Hall's 3-2. Perkins. 2 out. And they face Ohtani with the bases empty. Back in the third, his 34th.
Since that swing right there, though, the Dodgers are 1 for 16 with a home run. Need somebody other than Shohei to contribute.
One-0 pitch. At the knees, 1 ball, 1 strike. Final game of the season between these teams, at least in the regular year. Would not be surprised, would not be excited if you saw the Brewers in the postseason. Twins come in tomorrow for the first of 3. David Festa goes for Minnesota, and this man right here, Shohei Ohtani, starts for the Dodgers with Dustin May to follow him. Tuesday will be a matchup that might be the longest in terms of letters and the names of any pitching matchup of the year. Simeon, Woods, Richardson against Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Okay, you got that going for you.
Ohtani on 3-1, swings and misses. Chris Paddock, Tyler Glasnow wrap up the series for the day game on Wednesday. Minnesota did avoid the sweep against the Rockies. 7-1 final score today. DL Hall looking for a 1-2-3-8. Instead he walks Ohtani, and the Dodgers get the tying run to the plate. Nick Mears and misses at ball 1, or would have been ball 1.
You didn't chase, he did.
Uribe, another one of those guys, dynamic stuff. Home with an 0-1 pitch. Kim swings again. Big bouncer right side. That is a fair ball, and Uribe tags him out for the first out of the 9th.
Uribe is trying to read it. Is it going to go foul, or do I need to make a decision quickly so Kim doesn't go by me? And he makes the right call. And with the bare hand, that was the riskiest part of that play.
Guy that has had a career of extremes. He was awesome as a rookie. Had a 1.76 ERA, but then last year dealt with a knee injury for a lot of the year. The ERA ballooned around 7. But as he's gotten that knee right, he's back to doing what he showed his first year off. The veteran catcher, Eric Haas, gives him a second to catch his breath. And Tommy Edman comes up to face him at 0 for 3 today. And there's Smith in the on-deck circle in Rojas' spot. Edman, who's 2 for his last 34. 2 of those hits, though, coming late in yesterday's ball game, including a home run. Trying to make Smith represent the tying run. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball and a fair ball, and he'll accomplish that. Smartly hangs on with a single, and Will Smith comes up with a chance to tie this game with 1 swing.
Tommy getting the job done, got 2 hits. He waited a long time to get those 2 hits last night, and now finds one right here.
Will Smith off of the bench today. The lone guy that has been slump-proof lately. 11-game on-base streak. 350 during that time. Not far off from that on the season. Leading the National League in the batting race.
3 home runs in those 11 games. Feeling pretty good that the pop is here.
Uribe, if there has been one issue, he has given up some home runs. His first one to Smith is fouled off. 98 with movement. It's 0-1.
Uribe's been on a roll, though. His last 7 appearances, only given up a run in one of them.
25-year-old from the Dominican Republic. In there with McGill, having thrown the last 2 days. Smith, who's 4 for 7 as a pinch hitter this year. Watches one bounce. The count evens 1-1. Ball 2. Pages on deck. On a 2-1 pitch. Will Smith pokes it foul. 2-2.
Yes, you'd love a home run, but just getting him to reach base is huge. Move from needing a home run to maybe only needing a double from Pages.
He's seen 3 consecutive sliders after the first pitch fastball. Eben at first with a single. Will Smith pinch hitting here in the 9th. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball left side. Diving stop Ortiz. Throw to second. And another sparkling play from Joey Ortiz. This one for the second out of the 9th inning. Wow.
Ortiz, we've seen him charge balls, wrong foot throws. Here we see the first step quickness to his right and gets the out of the lead runner. That's the only runner he's going to get. Will Smith would have beat it out if he went to first.
Brewers are 1 out away from a 10th consecutive win and a season sweep over the Dodgers. A ball on Pages. And he's 1 for 3. Doubled and scored. And the Dodgers took that 3-0 lead back in the 3rd inning. 6 out of the last 7 runs have been scored by Milwaukee. 1-0 pitch from Uribe. Strike. Ground ball towards the middle. It is through, and the tying run reaches.
Seeing eye ground ball, and you need something like that against this defense that they have shown over the series in Milwaukee and the series here in LA. It wasn't hit hard, but it was hit in the exact right place.
The pitching coach, Chris Hook, comes out to talk to Uribe, and Michael Conforto comes up trying to keep the Dodgers' hopes alive. He came off of the bench today for Esteury Ruiz. Flied out his first time. Been a whole lot better the last few weeks. It's got Smith at second, and the important one, Pages at first, the tying run. Not only are the Brewers looking for their 10th consecutive win, the Cubs lost today. So with a win, the Brewers have moved into a tie for first place for the first time since the first week of the year. It would be a tie for first place. It would be a tie for the best record in baseball.
Michael Conforto has not really had that the Dodger moment. This could be it right here. Since June 22nd, hit 259, 6 extra base hits, and 4 home runs. That would be a moment.
Winning run at the plate, bottom of the 9th inning. Ball 1 on Conforto. And here's where that 27th out is unquestionably different. Abner Uribe, almost untouchable in the setup role. Scratching and clawing and reaching for the finish line. 2 on, 2 out. 1-0 pitch. 1-1.
You want to hit the heater or a breaking ball that's hanging on the inner half. And if it's the heater, you don't want it down by your knees. It's something thigh high to elevate.
The 1-1, Conforto swings and misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Down to their last strike.
Beat him to the spot with this pitch. It's a juicy one when you're looking for a home run.
It's been all fastballs so far. The 1-2. 2-2. Here it is. Conforto grounds it foul, stays alive. Nothing but hard stuff from Uribe.
Some great movement on that last pitch. That would have been hard. You're to elevate it all. You're just trying to get a line drive, a hard ground ball through the infield. Look at the movement on that thing at 99.
You're a hitter, you're sitting there thinking, do I get another fastball? Is he going to throw a wrinkle in there to me? He does, and it's taken for a ball, and now the tying run will get a head start. Michael Conforto has worked it into a full count. Dalton Rushing waits on deck. Brewers 6, Dodgers 4, 2 outs in the 9th inning.
Home field advantage comes to their feet.
Three-two pitch. Conforto takes ball 4 to load the bases. And it's passed to the plate of the rookie, Dalton Rushing. Different role than he's ever played. Backup catcher. Not playing a whole lot. Desperate to make his mark. And he's got a chance to do so here with a tying run at second. The winning run at first. Now James Outman as he pinch runs for Conforto. Different guy, but same story here. Always got his first chance to have his big moment in Dodger blue.
Yeah, really, it is huge. And here at home, they need this win. They need this walk-off, at least a tie.
Bases loaded, 2 gone. Rushing. Grounds it foul.
They needed to bring the tying run to the plate. They did that. They needed a home run once they did that. They still stayed alive. They needed a double after they got 2 guys on. They didn't get that, but they got a walk. Now they just need a single.
On an 0-1 pitch, Rushing. Punches it up the middle. Ortiz backhand, throw to first. Oh, he dropped the ball! 6-5, they're still alive as Andrew Vaughn drops the 27th pesky out.
Ortiz looks like he's going to put a dagger in him with an unbelievable play. The way they had played the data there, the fielders weren't in a great position to field that ball, but then the drop at first. Pages coming around third, and he becomes a spectator.
So it's up to Betts. Ball 1. Short a hit for Dalton Rushing. It's a 6-5 game. Pages the tying run. Outman the winning run. Mookie Betts lines the ball to center field right at Blake Perkins, and that's it. The Dodgers fall a run short. They're swept in the season series against Milwaukee. All 6 games go to the Brewers. Milwaukee now tied with the Cubs for the best record in baseball, and the Dodgers have dropped 10 of their last 12.